Hello everyone in the VC. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to do a vinyl record update. I'm very sorry about that. Been very busy doing a bunch of different album reviews and a bunch of different stuff, but I have gotten a few vinyl records and I am really happy to show them to you. One of the records that I picked up is something that I needed to finish my collection, which would be Red Fang's debut album. I'm really excited about that. Now I actually have all their vinyl records, which I can finally move on to their next one, which they're done recording, and hopefully I'll be doing a album by album review of their stuff. I haven't done one yet, which is surprising for me. They're one of my favorite bands, so I mean, if you do watch the actual reviews, I might be a little bit biased towards that. Second one I picked up, which is actually one of me and my dad's favorite bands, and I have almost all their stuff, Be Alive album by 10 years after. 10 years after, I think Alvin Lee is one of the greatest guitar players in the world, and nobody ever talks about it. I mean, you never see him on any like kind of like guitar player magazine or anything. They never really kind of give him the due respect that he did. I mean, he was one of the best performances at Woodstock, I think, personally. And the same could be said for a lot of artists that were at Woodstock. The kind of Richie Havens and Sly and the Family Stone really didn't get as much respect as I think a lot of the other ones did, such as The Who and other things. Another one that I got, which I needed, was Mahavishnu Orchestra's Between Nothingness and Eternity. I have quite a few of the jazz rock fusion albums, but I haven't really gotten to Mahavishnu Orchestra live, and I seen it $3. Couldn't pass it up, and it's in really great condition. Going on to another one, this is one of the earlier records by Wynton Marsalis, which is pretty cool. As you can see, still got the fro. Can't ever go wrong with a little Wynton Marsalis, and it, had to add it to my jazz collection just because gotta have a lot of jazz. I actually found this one with the Wynton Marsalis. It was kind of weird. Like, they had a whole bunch of like show tune stuff, 101 strings, and then out of nowhere Wynton Marsalis popped up, and then Rainbows right between the eyes. It actually looks really good on camera, which is kind of cool. But it was kind of weird for me, just to see that. It's like, somebody must have already hunted through it and picked out what they wanted and left two of the records that they didn't, and their loss is my game, I guess. Another one that I had picked up, the same time I picked up Mahavishnu Orchestra live, was Cal Tjader, his album Tjaderade, and I really wanted a Cal Tjader record, but his stuff is so like kind of hard to find sometimes, and when you do find it, it's actually, a lot of it's very expensive. So I've kind of been holding off as far as getting onto any of that, and I found this, which was really cool. I mean, the cover, there's a slight little bit of tear mark on the side, but that's fine. The record itself is in perfect condition. And the front cover is really in great condition too. So I wasn't really too heartbroken about what I got, because it's Cal Tjader and he's an amazing artist. Finally got something by him. I actually picked this one up from the Goodwill. It's DC LaRue Cathedrals, and I think I was expecting this to be a kind of folk record. It's on the Pyramid label, but I was expecting it to be like a folk rock record or some crazy experimental folk album, just judging by the covers and Cathedrals. I was totally surprised that it was like a funk disco record, but it was still kind of cool. It was a different kind of record to put on and enjoy. So I was happy with it for 50 cents. You can't really beat that either, So, and then lastly, this is the last album I had purchased, and on like two previous videos of mine, I was telling you guys that I was thinking that this one was going to be a while to find, because it always seems like I get the first and second of a record and then I never find a third or the middle one. There's always one that takes me forever to find. But within a couple months, I was able to find Andreas Vollenweider's Cavern Under the Cave, and to be completely honest, I'm really psyched about this one. It's really, really cool. And the cover, you know, if you look online for this cover, it's actually pretty hard to find. So even me trying to look for it was kind of hard for me, because I just wasn't really coming up with a whole much, and there wasn't like a record album that was sticking in my mind to even look for. But thankfully enough, as you can see, that his name is very clearly written across the top, and so is the album title, Cavern Magicka, Under the Cave. Which, you know, now that I've got that trilogy, I don't have a whole lot more with his discography, I think, on vinyl to even try and get. I think there might be one or two albums that might be a little bit rarer than even those three, but those are like the epitome of his commercial success as far as vinyl records. So that is the end of this particular hunting cycle. Like I say, I collect things and I put them in stacks, you know, to try and be able to show you guys, and then they get pushed into the actual collection as far as that goes. And but yeah, please continue watching my channel. Pretty soon I'm going to be having up a lot more reviews and stuff of albums that I've purchased, and a lot of it is not on vinyl, but a lot of it is, you know, done through either Google Music or I buy it on CD, and I usually will only show in a review vinyl. So, but just so you guys know, I thank you all for watching my videos, and hope to hear from you all soon. Bye.